The car of the future could be yours. Hydrogen cars may just be the future of the car world. But how exactly could this happen? Well, stick around to find out everything you need to know about hydrogen cars. Are they better than electric cars or regular cars or not? We'll find out. Firstly, how do they work? Before we begin this bit, if you're not into all the scientific stuff, you can skip ahead using the chapters below. However, if you do want to know more, sit back, relax, and listen to a cool British guy tell you how it all works. A hydrogen vehicle is a vehicle that, you guessed it, runs on hydrogen fuel. Space rockets are powered by hydrogen, as well as ships and some aircraft. Power is produced by converting hydrogen's chemical energy to a mechanical energy. It is done through the reaction of hydrogen with oxygen in a fuel cell to power an electric motor, or less commonly, through the combustion of hydrogen in an internal combustion engine. As of 2019, steam methane reforming produces 98% of hydrogen, but this process emits carbon dioxide. It can be produced through water electrolysis, thermochemical, or pyrolytic processes using renewable feedstocks. Currently, these processes are quite expensive, but various technologies are being developed to keep costs low to compete with natural gas production. Vehicles powered by hydrogen technology have quite a long range on one single refueling, but there are several drawbacks, such as high carbon emissions from the hydrogen production, capital cost burdens, and a low energy content per unit volume. The investment required to build refueling infrastructure around the world to dispense hydrogen as well as transportation would be quite costly. So, secondly, let's look at who is the main producer of hydrogen vehicles. Since 2015, 3 different car companies have sold hydrogen-powered vehicles. The Honda Clarity fuel cell, the Hyundai Nexo SUV, and the Toyota Mirai. However, Honda has now discontinued all Clarity models, and Hyundai has sold fewer than 1,500 Nexos to date. These hydrogen car models are publicly available in selected markets. The world's first mass-produced dedicated electric vehicle, the Toyota Mirai in 2014 and the Hyundai Nexo, are 2 main ones. There are also hydrogen fuel cell buses being produced, as well as hydrogen aircrafts. However, these are not expected to transport many passengers over long distances until at least 2030. Today, the company most committed to hydrogen power as an alternative to battery electric vehicles is Toyota. They have sold approximately 10,700 Mirai sedans in the United States over the past 2 generations. It is said that this figure should be lower as there have been significant discounts to move units. Question number 3. Are they better than electric cars? The Hyundai Nexo, which is hydrogen powered, can travel approximately 330 miles or 550 kilometers. This is comparable to the electric Tesla Model S with similar figures. Nonetheless, deciding the driving range of these vehicles is determined with many factors involved. These can include variables such as the number of passengers in the vehicle and whether the air conditioning is turned on, if the vehicle is on a highway or stuck in city traffic, or even the type of vehicle itself. Do you do any extreme off-roading? Because of the unique combination of all these variables, different people have reported varying experiences. However, because hydrogen cars pack their energy storage much more densely, they can typically travel longer distances. According to Automotive Technologies, whilst most fully electric vehicles can travel between 100 and 200 miles on a single charge, hydrogen vehicles can travel up to 300 miles. The number of electric vehicle charging stations is increasing by the day. There are currently 53,000 public charging stations in the US alone, compared to only 45 hydrogen refueling stations. The majority of these hydrogen stations are in California. But this is expected as the infrastructure, supply and technology of hydrogen vehicles is far behind that of electric vehicles. However, the time it takes to pump hydrogen into the tank is far more interesting. This is only 5 to 10 minutes. Meanwhile, Tesla's fast 120 kilowatt charger can charge batteries to 80% capacity in half an hour. The BMW i3 and the Nissan Leaf can take up to 4 to 8 hours to fully charge. Finally, the charging time for electric vehicles is dependent on the charging station and the type of charging connector. But whatever the combination is, this is a clear win for hydrogen cars. And this is thanks to 1 kilogram of hydrogen storing 236 times more energy than 1 kilogram of lithium-ion batteries. Fourth, how much do they cost? A hydrogen car, like an electric vehicle, is environmentally friendly. However, only a few people can afford to buy them. The three main hydrogen cars on the market are the Honda Clarity, the Hyundai Nexo, and the Toyota Mirai. Here is an estimate of how much they'll cost. The 2021 Honda Clarity hydrogen fuel cell car. Well, although Honda has decided to discontinue the Clarity fuel cell, it still remains a viable option. However, many drivers who are interested in the Clarity fuel cell will most likely never be able to purchase one. Honda only leased the vehicle. Lease prices vary, but the Clarity fuel cell is currently available for around $379 per month. Drivers will be unable to take advantage of federal tax credits because it's only available for lease. Because the Clarity fuel cell was technically an EV, it had an electric motor capable of producing up to 212 horsepower and 99 pound-foot of torque. This allowed it to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 8.1 seconds, which isn't fast, but it's faster than its competitors. In terms of fuel economy and range, the Clarity fuel cell achieved 68 miles per gallon and could travel approximately 366 miles on a single tank of hydrogen. Now let's look at the 2022 Hyundai Nexo. The Nexo is relatively new to the hydrogen car market. It first appeared in California in 2018. The starting price for this Hyundai is around $58,000 US, but because Hyundai is selling the Nexo, owners can take advantage of federal tax credits. So, the Nexo is an SUV. This means that even though the Hyundai is relatively expensive for an SUV of its size, it will provide more space than other hydrogen vehicles. The Nexo, like other hydrogen vehicles, will be underpowered. This is because its electric motor produces only 174 horsepower. The Nexo will accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 8.4 seconds. Having said that, the Nexo has a range of up to 380 miles and a combined fuel economy of about 61 miles per gallon. Another plus for the Nexo is its interior, which includes a 12.3-inch touchscreen display and a slew of standard features. The cabin design is also appealing and futuristic. Finally, the 2022 Toyota Mirai. The Mirai is the final hydrogen option. The Mirai, like the Clarity fuel cell, is a sedan, but it is much less expensive than the Nexo. With prices starting around $50,000, the Mirai, like other hydrogen vehicles, is currently only available in California. Customers can also take advantage of federal EV tax credits when purchasing the Mirai, as they can with the Nexo. The Mirai is not particularly quick, with its electric motor producing only about 182 brake horsepower and taking 9.1 seconds to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour. It is, however, very fuel efficient, with 67 miles per gallon and a range of approximately 402 miles on a full tank of hydrogen. It also has a 12.3-inch touchscreen display and a slew of smart safety features, including adaptive cruise control. So, if you want an alternative to an electric vehicle whilst remaining environmentally conscious, hydrogen fuel cell technology may be the way to go. Question 5. Are they sustainable? Despite the benefits mentioned above, the majority of hydrogen produced today, 95% in the US, is produced through the methane reforming. Because of the carbon monoxide and dioxide emissions produced during this process, hydrogen-powered vehicles lose all of their potential as a solution to combat climate change. Furthermore, they need to use natural gases that may escape during the extraction and transportation process, which is not convincing. Even if the methane cracking process is improved, which is unlikely, it is not a promising long-term solution. This brings us to the final question, the big one. Are they worth it? Are hydrogen vehicles worth it? On the one hand, hydrogen has many advantages. It's renewable and easily accessible. I mean, it can be extracted from water, right? When compared to fuels like gasoline, it's also a relatively clean energy source, depending of course, as we've already discussed, on the extraction process. Hydrogen fuel cells also have some of the advantages of the battery electrics, such as emitting no noise and charging much faster than modern market batteries. But when it comes to hydrogen, there is one major stumbling block: the cost. The problem is that hydrogen has less energy per unit volume than other fuels. This means that the entire supply chain, including transportation, storage, delivery, and everything in between, is typically more expensive per gallon. As a result, whilst hydrogen cars and trucks do exist, as of today their applications are few and far between. However, there are companies out there that are finding clever ways to make hydrogen more viable and affordable. As I've previously stated, hydrogen is renewable, readily available and clean when compared to gasoline. This is all true in general, but it is important to note that there are many other ways to produce hydrogen, and some are cleaner and cheaper than others. Well, that's it for today, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed this video and hope you learned about hydrogen cars and how they will break the market. Do you think they are better than electric cars? Let me know down below. If you've enjoyed this video, check out this one too. And don't forget to like, subscribe and share with your friends.